Failed gubernatorial candidate and perennial sore loser Kari Lake has been on a bit of a tour across the country, and it's a tour that's leaving a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Because Kari Lake appears to be touring early primary and caucus states, leaving some to believe that she could be vying for a spot on the 2024 Republican presidential ticket. Now, there's a chance, albeit a slim one, that she could be testing the waters for a presidential bid. She was in Iowa last week. The only reason politicians from outside of Iowa go to Iowa is to see if they have enough support to run for president. No offense to Iowa, but if you're a politician, there's really not a whole lot of other reasons to go there. So she was in Iowa last week, gave a speech to what was described as a small crowd, where she said, by the way, quote, "If you lose, lose with dignity. You shake the other person's hand and walk away. I didn't lose, so I'm not doing that." So yes, I'm sure that went over with the tiny, tiny crowd that you attracted in Iowa, telling them that, hey, you got to learn how to be a gracious loser. I'm not a loser. I totally won, which is why I'm in Iowa and not Arizona. So I don't have to do that. The prospect of Kari Lake running for president as a Republican is probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. Sorry. Maybe the greatest thing I've ever said. I don't know. But I love that. I want to see this happen. Like, this is what I want here in the United States of America in 2023 and 2024 is Kari Lake running for president as a Republican. Because she's about, in my estimation, one of the nuttiest Republicans you have out there. An election denier that has been sanctioned by the judge for her repeated claims in court that do not pass the muster, for filing lawsuits that don't even make any legal claims, which of course is why you were sanctioned. Please run for president, just kind of like I enjoyed Mike Lindell running for RNC chair. I would love to see this happen because Republicans don't want it to happen. Here's what they have to say. This is former Republican National Committee head Michael Steele, who says, quote, "The party needs to get serious about its future. If it thinks it is going to be competitive, it cannot entertain stupidity and denialism. If it doesn't want to be competitive, wallow in the mud with Kari Lake." And he's right. He's 100% right. Like, if you want to be the clown show party, if you want to be just the wackadoos, then by all means, continue to hang out with Kari Lake. If you want to be the mature, competitive party, you need to leave weirdos like that in the dust. But they're not. Now, granted, Kari Lake is not getting the exposure that she had enjoyed immediately after the election. You know, basically, once the new Congress came in and all the media attention went there and those theatrics, Kari Lake kind of fell from grace. She does, I think, have a speaking event coming up at the Turning Point USA conference, but beyond that, they've kind of dried up a bit. She's not going on real media. She's been relegated to conspiracy theorist podcasts recently, so she doesn't have a whole lot going for her. But she loves Donald Trump. I don't think she would run for president against him. So her traveling to these early battleground states, to me, seems more like she could be vying for that vice presidential slot. We know Trump likes her. We know that they have a lot in common. They're both losers who refuse to admit that they're losers. She would be the perfect fit for his campaign. But it's also a very terrifying thing for the Republican Party to think about that, which probably means that's the best route that Donald Trump and Kari Lake could go. Because what's bad for the Republican Party is typically what's best for the United States. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.